Chris, and today is day 6 of our Advent series. Today's name is I Am. Let's read from John 8, starting at verse 48. The Jews responded to Jesus, "Aren't we right in saying that you're a Samaritan and have a demon?" "I do not have a demon," Jesus answered. "On the contrary, I honor my Father, and you dishonor me. I do not seek my own glory. There is one who seeks it and judges it. Truly I tell you, if anyone keeps my word, he will never see death." Then the Jews said, "Now we know you have a demon. Abraham died, and so did the prophets, and you say, 'If anyone keeps my word, he will never taste death.' Are you greater than our father Abraham, who died, and the prophets died? Who do you claim to be?" "If I glorify myself," Jesus answered, "my glory is nothing. My Father, about whom you say, 'He is our God,' he is the one who glorifies me. You do not know him, but I know him. If I were to say, 'I don't know him,' I would be a liar like you. But I do know him, and I keep his word. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day. He saw it and was glad." The Jews replied, "You aren't even 50 years old yet, and you've seen Abraham?" Jesus said to them, "Truly I tell you, before Abraham was, I am." So they picked up stones to throw at him. But Jesus was hidden and went out of the temple. Friends, it's only 3 weeks until Christmas. Our to-do lists are getting longer and the time is getting shorter. There's shopping and spending, feasts and festivals. And in a culture that sees time as its highest commodity, do you ever feel like a slave to time? Do you feel like time is getting shorter? Then hear these words from Jesus in John 8. Before Abraham was, I am. Now, I am can be a confusing name. To understand it, we need to go back to Exodus chapter 3, where Moses asked God, "What is your name?" And God said, "I am that I am." It means always present, always everywhere. It's a brilliant name for God. In Exodus, this meant that God saw their slavery, rescued them from Egypt, so he could dwell with his people. He is the I am. Now, we need to be careful because this phrase, "I am," in the New Testament is not an explicit claim of divinity. No, but here in John 8, we have Jesus' clearest implied statement of divinity. You see, it's John the Gospel writer who wants us to see that Jesus is the divine Son, who sees our slavery and sin, who rescues us so we may dwell with him forever. And since Jesus makes himself equal with God, it's no wonder that the crowd pick up stones to throw at him. You see, for 2,000 years, the hope of God's people was fixed to their physical descendancy from Abraham. They saw that belonging to Abraham was the same as belonging to God. But if Jesus is the I am, it means to be true sons of Abraham, they need to trust and obey the words of Jesus. If Jesus is the I am, then he is the one who will judge them in righteousness and truth. If Jesus is the I am, it means he existed before Abraham, and those who keep his words will never taste death but live forever. Friends, at Christmas we celebrate Jesus, the I am, the divine Son. He steps out of eternity past into human history and rescues us so that we may live for eternity. And as we rest our lives on him, he frees us from the slavery of time. He commands our moments, our years, and every season of our life. He gives our days meaning and purpose, more than just crossing things off a to-do list. He brings joy to our festivals, our feasts, our friends, our family. He gives us time and eternity. Jesus is the I am, the divine Son. So here's a question. If Abraham never met Jesus, then why would Abraham rejoice at the coming of Jesus? Have a think about that one. So let's finish by praying our Advent prayer together. Everlasting Father, you who were invisible became visible. God became man, eternity entered time. In our darkness and wandering, Jesus came and brought hope. With grateful hearts we praise you and turn again to you, our source of joy and life. Restore us, renew us, fill us with hope. Our futures are secure in you. In the name of your Son and by your Spirit. Amen.